Third to the last stop on the NNSCRA Mello Racing Series brings us to Rockingham, North Carolina, at the track called The Rock. Now, you remember the last time we was here at The Rock. Let's hope the same thing does not happen this time. But we are here today for the running of the AC Delco 200 as we're set for 40 laps of action on this 1.017 mile racetrack. And here's the starting lineup for this running event. On the pole, it is 52, Kyle Matthews in the AC Delco Chevrolet. We all know about Kyle's record at the Rocks, and he usually runs very good, very strong here. He'll be alongside number 11, Jessica Shelton, the Budweiser Ford. She's won 3 times, I should say, this season. Kyle's also won 3 this season as well. Second row has Charles Sanford in 08. He's a winner twice this season so far. The Walt Tool Chevy. He's alongside Emmanuel Hardick, car 5, the Innkeeper Buick. Third row is a pair of Oldsmobiles, car 48, Mitchell Collins, and car 25, Phil Parker, who won the last time he was at Rockingham, as well as the race at Atlanta, where we'll be going to for the finale this season. Fourth row has 34, Gene Sanford, the Hungry Jack Buick. She'll be alongside car 38, Kev Shearer, who won the season at IRP, or actually Lucas Oil Raceway at Indianapolis, the short track over there. Fifth row has the championship leader, Cole Deaver in the GM Unit Chevrolet. He's won 4 times this season so far. He is alongside Carter Friesen in car 27, the Gwaltney Big H Chevrolet. Sixth row has car number 2, Dylan Young in the DuPont Chevrolet. He'll be alongside car number 9, the FDB Brakes Chevrolet of Austin Colanos. That's alongside. Going the next row down has Jackson Haywood in 01, the Carolina Ford Dealers Ford. He'll be alongside the Channel Log Oldsmobile car 31 of Carson Gunn. Carson won the race at Charlotte, the last race in the Tour. Next row down has number 1, Keith Batson, the Baby Ruth Ford. He'll be alongside car 92, and it is Nathan Orman. Keith won the season at New Hampshire. Next row down, William Brock, who won at Pikes Peak this season in the Kodak Film Chevy. He'll be alongside Nathan Hudson in car 60. Next row down, Chloe Owen in 55, and alongside of her is car number 46. It's Paul Minnick. Next round has car number 17. That is Rob Evans in the Western Auto Chevrolet. He'll be alongside car 45, the Molly Black Gold Chevrolet of Joshua Michaels. Then it's Jeremiah Dwayne in car 20, and number 8, Sebastian Kukulans, is alongside a pair of Oldsmobiles. Next round has Kat Batson in car 20 at Texaco Haviland Ford. She'll be alongside car 40. It is the Buick Style Ford of Julius Anderson. Next round has James Henry in car 87, the Texas Pete Sausage Chevy. And number 36, it is Ryan George in the Cox's Dry Treated Lumbers Pontiac. Next round has car number 0. It is Jacob Thibodeau. And car number 59, it is Ryan Brommer, a pair of Oldsmobiles. Then it's Levi McIntyre, car 6, the Rose's Discount Source Buick. He'll be alongside car 75, Jacob Sturgeon, the Food Country Oldsmobile. Next round has car 44, Johnny Gardner coming from way back. He's one of our 3 drivers with in-car cameras today. He'll be alongside car number 99. It is Jesse Turner, who won his season at Dover. Next row down, Quentin Moore in 21, and number 15, Justin Dearborn. Next row down after that will be car number 32, Seth Cole. He's on the outside of this row. He has our second in-car camera. Inside of him, actually qualifying ahead of him, is number 72, John Andrews. Next row down is Joshua Osborne, the 63 Nescafe ST Pontiac. He has our third in-car camera, and he's also won 3 times this season. He won at Bristol, he won at Talladega, and he won at Milwaukee. He's alongside Dustin Boland in car number 7, the Skull Bandit Buick, and starting shotgun in the field will be car number 03. There's Arthur Saber in the Delco Voyager Chevrolet. We should mention that's the second Talladega race that, by the way, of the season that Joshua won, by the way. The first Talladega race this season was won by Kat Batson in the Texaco Haviland Ford. So, third to the last race of the season, we have Rockingham coming up right now here. Last 2 races of the season will be Phoenix, and then the finale at Atlanta Motor Speedway. So that's how the season will end. As the field is lined up for some racing here, and here's the starting lineup for today's running of the AC Delco 200 here at Rockingham.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
That's ladies and gentlemen, because there's a woman actually on the front row for this event. Anyway, there is 2 cars with AC Delco sponsorships, by the way, for this race too. That's Justin Dearborn in 15, and of course our pole sitter Kyle Matthews in 52. Pace car is doing its usual did its usual hit the wall, come off pit road. I don't know what for, but the field's about ready to hit up. But the field's about ready to hit on into turn number 3 for this for the start of the race here. Ford on the outside, Chevy on the low side here for the front row at the start of this race here today. As the field's about ready to come off turn number 4, it's a 40-lap race here on this racetrack here. The first of 2 straight races we'll have on a 1-mile track. Atlanta's a 1.5-mile track. As the field comes off turn number 4, and the green flag will fly, and the AC Delco 200 is underway here at Rockingham. Charles Samper looking to the low side of Kyle Matthews for the top spot. Kyle leads the first lap. But here comes Charles Samper to the low side. Samper won this season at Hickory Speedway, and he also won at Michigan this season as well in the 08 DeWalt Tool Chevy. In fact, Michigan's also one of the tracks Kyle won at this season. He won there, Charlotte, and at Watkins Glen, where he's won at here. The first time he was at Rockingham, Kyle started from the pole for this event, but unfortunately had problems had some little problem that caused him to get over on the pit road. Then unfortunately the chain of events that ensued actually in that race is too long to explain. You may have to go back and watch the video. It was entitled "The Worst NNSCRA Race Ever" on the thumbnail. So anyway, but as of right now, everything is going smooth sailing for this time at Rockingham this time here. As Matthews leads, second position is Samper, third position right now. There's the base car in case you want to know what it looks like. Jean Samper right now runs behind her brother in third position right now. Fourth is Cab Sheeran. Fifth right now is Jackson Haywood. Cole Deaver, the points leader, is running sixth position. And Deaver's this season has just been smooth as silk so far. With the exception of a couple of hiccups this season, but nonetheless, though, I should say there's a couple of hiccups. I actually knocked Deaver's points at one time down to 5 points going into Darlington, the second race over there. But his lead is now well over 160 points coming into this event, so he has about almost got it all but clinched. If he can maintain that lead coming out of Phoenix, by the way, he will not have to worry about the race at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And this is a 41 car field, by the way, and the most you can gain in a race. I'm trying to think what's the most you can gain in a race, as a matter of fact. So I may have to look that up. I want to say here. Yeah, I'm not the thing of that out of my head. Right now, battle for the lead ensuing between Charles Samper and Kyle Matthews, and here comes Samper to the low side of Matthews for the lead. And he'll take it, come off turn number 2. So Charles Samper brings the DeWalt Tool Chevy to the top spot, but Matthews says not so fast as those two drag race into turn number 3. And Samper will take the top spot now. Matthews now gets under fire from Cab Sheeran 38. A pair of red, white, and blue cars that are going at it side by side. One a Chevy and the other a Ford. And in fact, another Ford right there behind. Jackson Haywood having a pretty good run here in that 01 machine as he runs up to the third position right now. Gene Samper in 5th position. 6th is Keith Batson. 7th is Emmanuel Hartnett. Hartnett will be driving the number 83 machine next season in Castrol's GTX Cup Series. They're part of the Matt D Racing Team. Matt D, by the way, standing for Matt DiBenedetto. Him and a few others big fans of his in our community. Matthews now sliding back a little bit in the number 52 machine. He was positioned out to Chloe Owen, now to Rob Evans, and maybe to the 46 car of Paul Minnick. A lot like trying to find an inside lane at a track like Bristol here because of course you never know how things go. In fact, the matter Cole Deaver's also slid back to the back now in the number 3 machine. On board with Johnny Gardner in car number 44. Runs 15th at the moment, make that 16th right now, so he's now still stuck up on the high side here. Whoa, Deaver getting awfully close, and Cat Messon had to back way off. In his 28 car, Johnny gets by her. Meantime, Johnny lost a couple spots now. One to Jessica Shelton, the other to Dylan Young, and now one to Joshua Osborne in 63. And now you're watching from inside Joshua's car. Started back in 38, started back in about 39th position in this race, and it's now moving its way up to the 18th spot. We'll see if it's probably this time by, as Beaver's still up in the high side of the track in the number 3 machine. And Osborne that time I clocked in 17th position, so that's how it looks like on the racetrack right now. Osborne running right there behind Dylan Young and Jessica Shelton at the moment as they come up through turns 3 and 4. Shelton, the 3-time winner of the season so far. She opened the season off with a win in the Goodies 300 at Daytona. She also won at the second race at Darlington, and she also dominated South Boston Speedway this season. So she has a win on the intermediate track, a plate track, and on a short track. Though, unfortunately, on the only road course race of the season at the Glen, she finished a very close second to Kyle Matthews in that race or so. But in what was a tremendous battle down in the wire between her and Kyle in that race there. Dylan Young, on the other hand, has not yet won the season, but he hopes to in this event. If he can make it back up to the field, though, and right now Joshua Osborne took a peek to the low side of Dylan Young's car. Gene Simmer got off the wall a little bit as you saw come off turn number 2. Inside battle going on right there between the 4-car William Brock and the 60 and Nathan Hudson. And now Hudson gets shoved up to the high side by Shelton as a pair of Fords are side by side. One a black car and the other obviously a red car as they go into turn number 1. Brock running in 11th position. Jacob Thibodeau right now runs in 10th position in the Michix Market Skull Classic Oldsmobile. He runs in 10th position. Matthews back up the 9th spot now in the number 52 machine. Back to the leaders. It is Cab Shearer now up to the top spot now in the 38 car. Charles Emerson, second position. Third is the KAB Enterprises cars. That is Jackson Haywood in 0-1 in third, and Keith Batson in car number 1 running in 4th. At the moment, Keith won the season at New Hampshire, dominated that event too. Has had some problems, a few problems of them here and there from time to time, but of course, as of right now, though, Keith running pretty strong right now in the 4th position. We need to turn over the lead ensuing between Sanford and Shearer as they go into turn number 3. Kev holds the top spot for the moment. Here comes Charles to the low side. And they're side by side off turn number 4. Charles takes position away. Ford on the high side, Chevy on the low side of the track here, and Charles takes the lead back now. This happening on lap number 19 of this race here. 18 laps in the books and 12 laps, or 22 laps to go, I should say. 12 to go will be after 28. So anyway, and here comes Jackson Haywood down to the low side, 0-1. Can he lead his first lap of the race here? That was awfully close to the line. No, he does not. He came 200 short of doing so. But Keith Batson has shoved them up to the top spot now. And where did the 55 car come from? That's Chloe Owen in the 55 car. She's at the 5th position right now. Make that 4th, actually. Now, and as she's moved her way through the field nicely, and with the help of Paul Minnick and Rob Evans in the 17, and also moving back up is Kyle Matthews in 52. Kev Shearer's dropped back a little bit as Matthews and Emmanuel Hartnett both went by him. Matthews running 7th right now as he'll try to go inside for 6th place on Rob Evans in the 17 Western Auto Chevy. And Jackson Haywood, car 01, is now up to the lead position now. That Carolina Ford by the way, is the 1990 Martin colors he's driving. here, and ironically enough, the scheme, by the way, was also property of Jeff Gordon when he had the number 1 car in 1991. This is actually a 1991 Ford, not a 1990, as a matter of fact. But Mark Martin and Jeff Gordon both drove the Carolina Ford Door schemes, and Mark was 0-1, and Gordon was number 1. And which, ironically enough, the Gordon scheme is running second position right now. That's Keith Batson. Like I said, but all season long, never thought I'd see Keith Batson on a Jeff Gordon car, truthfully. But anyway, Keith does admit, though, if Gordon would have stuck with Ford, he would have, Batson would have been a fan of Gordon. So, but since he switched over to Chevrolet, since he went to Chevrolet in 1993, then, well, yeah, you know. So right now, Batson is running second position as he looks low on Haywood at the moment. Stamper back at the third spot. 46 car of Paul Minnick now is in fourth position right now as he and Chloe Owen still going at it. As those two went actually for second position at South Boston a couple races back. Matthews is in fifth position, sixth position I should say, as he now close up on Chloe for that position. Kev Shear running in seventh, eighth is Rob Evans, ninth right now is Jessica Shelton. And 10th position was Emmanuel Hardin, and now Joshua Osborne from 39th to 10th right now in his car. Johnny Gardner started back in the back, and he's now up to about 12 spots. So the 63 and 44 cars both running awfully strong right now. And I tell you what, those two. I tell you a good thing for the rest of the field that those two didn't start in the front row. This racer else they may be dominating this whole event right now. Inside with Joshua Osborne, car number 63. He runs 10th right now. Up ahead is Jessica Shelton in 9th. A pair of red cars, Osborne obviously a Pontiac, and Shelton's car a Ford. Meantime, a lead change has happened. The lead change has happened now. Keith Batson now goes to the top spot now as we're now about to complete lap number 28. Now we're down to 12 laps to go in this race. Sanford runs second. Third is now Minnick. Jackson Haywood, meantime, has dropped back to sixth the last time by. Kyle Mendes has gone by him. Kev Shear's gone by him. Here comes Rob Evans and Jessica Shelton to the low side. Haywood will be in his second season of the Castrol GTX Cup next season, by season 25. Number 19 cars when he's going to be driving for KB Enterprises, and no rumors on what scheme he'll be driving for next season, though. Two cars have already been confirmed. That was Keith Batson's Amsoil Ford. He's going to be driving car number 39, and his wife Kat Batson will be driving number 49 next season too in that series. Not sure, of course, on whether or not we'll be doing a season 2 of Mello Yellow, by the way, too, as a matter of fact. So that's no word on that yet. So Batson holds the lead right now as we're now down to 9 laps to go in this race. Sanford still second position. Top 5 positions still status quo at the moment. Ford in first, Chevys are second and third. Then you got a Ford in fourth and a Chevy in fifth. And here comes Matthews to the low side of Chloe Owen for position. That's for fourth position, excuse me. Matthews takes a spot away, and now he closes up on Paul Minnick in the 46 car. And meantime, you got another Ford. Kev Shear is about to close up on the 55 car. This could be a bit of a shootout here at the Rock. Here comes Matthews. Here comes Sanford to the high side. Minnick goes to the low side of the track. Now this is for second place here. And Minnick will take position away, and now Sanford gets shoved up to the high side now. Here comes Matthews to the low side, gets by him. Chloe Owen almost got to the back of Batson's car. I mean, not Batson, but Samper's car, excuse me. So Samper drops to 5th position, maybe even 6th now, because here comes the car of Kev Shearer. That's for 5th place. Shearer gets by him, and now the 17 car of Rob Evans gets by him. So you get to the high side of the rock, though, you're going to lose spots in a hurry. In the meantime, several cars in the back of the pack there, and some of them we have not expected to see in the back of the pack there. Carson Gum and Seth Cole, both way back in the back here. Justin Dearborn and the other AC Delco car right now runs in the, so he's going to this time by here. Dearborn runs in the 32nd position. Behind him is Nathan Hudson. In the meantime, battle for the lead. Paul Minnick to the low side of Keith Batson. That's for first place here. Now we're down to 4 laps to go. Off the second turn, that's the trick right there. Is you need to stay in the draft to try to have any chance of catching up to the leaders here. Minnick stays up in the back bumper now. 3 laps to go for the 46 machine. Is he have anything for the number 1 of Batson? Jacob Thibodeau holds the fast lap of the race so far, 147.19 miles per hour. Almost a little over 145 here at the Rock as they come down the start-finish line. 2 laps to go. Paul Minnick trying to close up on Batson at the moment here. There's Matthews and Owen as they're battling it out for a position that's for 3rd spot. Off to number 4 they come. The white flag will wave. 1 lap to go for Keith Batson, the Baby Ruth Ford. Out in front here, Minnick. Lost a little bit of ground that last time by here. Paul trying to gather it all up right now as they go into 3rd and 4th turns at the moment there. Batson staying smooth through that 3rd and 4th corners at the moment. Minnick will not have anything. Off to number 4, the AC Delco 200. Belongs to a Ford. Keith Batson wins at Rockingham. So car number 1, Keith Batson and the Baby Ruth Ford, does it here today. As he takes home the title here, Paul Minnick comes home 2nd. 3rd will go to Kyle Matthews. 4th to Chloe Owen, her 3rd top 5 of the season. 55 cars getting a little bit stronger to the late portion of the season, I will say, too. Kev Shearer comes home 5th. 6th position will go to Rob Evans. 7th, Joshua Osborne. 8th to Emmanuel Hartnett. 9th to Charles Simmer and Johnny Gardner. From up the 10th position, he and Osborne's got to be 2 of the biggest movers in the field, without question, in this race, because Osborne started this race 39th, and he ends up finishing 7th in this event. So, very impressive outing for him and Johnny Gardner both. So, 27 races are in the books here. Keith Batson gets his second victory, I should say, of the season. He won at New Hampshire. Now he wins at the Rock. Here today as the man from the state of Maine does it here today as he takes the Baby Ruth Ford to victory lane. Rest of the finishing order for you here today. William Brock comes home in 11th. Jessica Shelton dropped to 12th. 13th will go to Jackson Haywood. Cole Deaver survived a little bit of scare. He ends up finishing 14th. 15th position will go to Jacob Thibodeau. Then Quentin Moore, Ryan George, John Andrews, Jeremiah Dwayne, and Kat Batson in the top 20. Julia Sanderson finishes 21st. Levi McIntyre 22nd. Jesse Turner was 23rd. And Carter Friesen, Dylan Young, Arthur Xavier, Joshua Michaels, Dustin Bowen, Ryan Brommer, and Justin Dearborn finishes in 30th position. The rest of the finishing order for you here today. Nathan Hudson, James Henry, Jacob Sturgeon, Phil Parker, Seth Cole, Carson Gum, Nathan Orman, Gene Samper, who got as far as third position. She dropped to the 30. She dropped to 38th in the final running order. Mitchell Collins on the day he won in 39th, and Sebastian Kuklon ditto in 40th position. Austin Colano was the only car out of the race. He had a camshaft failure, which is obviously something that measures your engine RPMs on your engine. So that's if you don't know what a camshaft is. So that was it today at the Rockingham Raceway. 2 races left on the season. We have the Subway 300 at Phoenix this next race on the tour, and then the finale after that at the Atlanta Motor Speedway, the Slick 50 300. That's all. That's the only 3 races left on the season. Like we see here, subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything. We got everything on the channel. We got inner races. We got gaming videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA calls ours first channel. And be sure to check out our other series too, including the NNSCRA Duracell Cup Series in its 3rd season as of right now. The Pedigree Xfinity Series, and the Budweiser All Pro Series, all on this channel. And to keep up on the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series, be sure to subscribe to Thrashman 899's channel for that series, and he'll get you going on that. So that will do it here today at the Rock. For now, this is James Wilson, a production of the NNSCRA, off on racing at its best. We will see you at Phoenix.